What's up, guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with our NFL Week 8 game predictions. Um, there was a lot that happened in Week 7, a lot of injuries. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk out for the season, Chris Godwin out for the season, Mike Evans out for, I want to say, like 3, 4 weeks. Yeah, there were some big injuries. Deshaun Watson out for the season. Aiden O'Connell out for several weeks. So yeah, a lot of big injuries this last week. Hopefully, hopefully we don't see a whole lot anymore. So I did want to just mention over the last 2 weeks. So week 6, I went 13-1. Only predicted one game wrong that week. Week 7, so last week I went 11-4. So I mean that's 24-5 over the last 2 weeks. So I'd say the predictions are going pretty good. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on into this week's. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, by the way. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. I don't think there's really a whole lot to talk about for each game. We'll just be pretty quick and pretty brief. So we have the Colts at the Texans. Texans obviously don't have Nico Collins, but that offense has been working just fine with Diggs and Mixon. That's pretty much been about it, though. Tank Dell hasn't really gotten going at all. Dalton Schultz hasn't really been a big factor. So yeah, that offense has really just been Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon. But even with that, I think the Texans are the better team. I'm taking them over the Colts. So then we got the Ravens at the Browns. Not even going to think about it. I'm going Ravens. Then we have the Jets at the Patriots. The Patriots are playing a little bit better with Drake May than they were with Jacoby Brissett. I think that offense looks better. However, I do think the Jets are the better team right now. They did recently get Devontae Adams. Hassan Reddick also showed up. They figured out a reworked short-term deal, so I would expect him to play in this game. So much improved pass rush. Yeah, taking the Jets there. Then we have the Chiefs at the Raiders. I know the Raiders have kind of been a little bit of a kryptonite for the Chiefs. I don't know that I really see that happening this week. I don't know. The Chiefs haven't really been like mind blowing, but they've been figuring out ways to win games. Mahomes definitely has not been lighting up the stat sheet, but he's making the throws usually where he needs to. They're running the ball really well with Kareem Hunt. They're playing good defense. I mean, they're doing the things needed to win games, and I think that's exactly what they'll do here. So, then we have the Packers at the Jaguars. The Jaguars are looking a little bit better lately, but overall, I think the Packers are a much better team. So going with the Packers there. Cardinals at the Dolphins. Now, if you would have asked me this last week, definitely would have gone Cardinals. The Dolphins team looks atrocious without Tua, and Tua is expected to be back this week. I think that offense is going to be looking a lot better, a lot more explosive, and the defense has been playing well, even without Tua. So, I mean, I fully expect the Dolphins to get a win here. Then we have the Titans at the Lions. Not even going to take a lot of time here. Just going to go Lions. On paper, I think the Lions are really the best team in the league right now. I know the Chiefs technically have a better record than them, but I mean, the Lions have been more impressive, if you ask me. So then we have the Bills at the Seahawks. I'm going to go the Bills. Seahawks had a really impressive win over the Falcons last week, but they've been really inconsistent. I mean, one week they'll be looking really, really, excuse me, been looking really, really good. Next week they've been looking atrocious. So I think against a tough Bills team like this, they can't really afford to be throwing interceptions like Geno has kind of been doing. They just can't really afford to turn over the ball against an offense like this. If they do what they did against the Falcons, they've got a shot here, especially at home. But right now, I like the Bills in this matchup. Then we have the Saints at the Chargers. Saints are on a 5-game losing streak right now. Derek Carr is, I believe, still expected to be out for this game. Should still be Spencer Rattler. Chris Olave should be back, but Rashid Shaheed is out for the year, so that takes away a huge deep threat for them. And really, without him, that offense has looked very lackluster. Not very good. Chargers haven't been a real impressive team either, though. They really just don't have any real weapons. I mean, Lad McConkey has been all right at times. Quentin Johnston has made a few plays here and there, but they don't have any like real weapons. That said, though, I think they have a strong defense, solid running game. They are at home. I'm going to take the Chargers here. Next game, not even going to think about it. I'm going Broncos. Bryce Young is starting this game. He will be back. Andy Dalton got in a car wreck, so he, I believe he hurt something in his hand, so obviously you wouldn't really expect him to play after that. Broncos just have too tough of a defense, and really, the way that the Panthers' defense is right now, there's not a lot of teams in the NFL right now that I don't think could score 30 points on the Panthers' defense. It's that bad. It is atrocious. So, taking the Broncos there all the way. Then we have the Eagles at the Bengals. I expect a very offensive game from both sides. Expect a lot of yards, a lot of points. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a very entertaining game to watch. However, I do think Saquon kind of takes over this game. I think he has another big day like he did against New York. So I'm going to go with the Eagles here. I think they win it. I think their defense gets just enough stops to, put it away for them. Then we have the Giants at the Steelers. Giants are a crap show right now. Like they're bad. I mean, outside of the Panthers and maybe the Browns even, there's really not a worse team right now than the Giants. And the Steelers are looking really good right now. Russell Wilson looked really, really good against the Jets the other night, especially in the second half. I was definitely wrong about them benching Justin Fields. I didn't think it was the right move. They proved me wrong. I'm going to go with the Steelers here. Then we have the Vikings taking on the Rams. Rams should be a lot healthier now, obviously with Cooper Kupp coming back. There's a chance that Puka might be back. I probably wouldn't expect it for this game, especially on a short week. But there is a chance, I heard. Just don't really know how likely it really is. Vikings are a really, really tough defense. They really held it close with the Lions, who I think are the best team in the league right now. Vikings are a real tough defense. Solid offense, too. I think they'll be able to run quite a bit on this Rams team. I'm going to go Vikings. Um, Now for Falcons at Bucks, if Chris Godwin and Mike Evans were healthy for this game and were playing, I would go Bucks all the way. I think their offense would be able to get some good points going. But with them out, those are some major losses there. I think the Falcons are hungry for a revenge game. Really more of a bounce back game after getting slaughtered by the Seahawks last week. I think they want to get back on track after that, and I think they do here. Then we have the Bears at the Commanders. Potentially could be a Caleb Williams against Jaden Daniels game. I heard I heard that Jaden Daniels didn't practice today though. I don't know if he is expected to play this week or not. So that's a little scary there. I think whether he plays or not though, there's gonna be a little bit of that injury that kind of sets him back a little bit. Overall, I really just like this Bears defense a lot more than the Commanders. Commanders have a crazy offense. The defense is all right, but they're still kind of figuring things out. I think I think the Bears as a whole would just be better here, especially if Jaden Daniels doesn't play. So, going Bears there. Then we have the Cowboys taking on the 49ers. I'm kind of torn on this one, honestly. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk out for the season. McCaffrey's not going to be back for this game. They do have George Kittle, though. I don't know if Deebo Samuel is expected to play this game. I know he had to leave this last week early with pneumonia and was hospitalized. I don't know if he's going to be back or not. I don't know the timetable for something like that. I think I'm going to make this prediction expecting that he will be out there, that he will play, just because I haven't heard anything for sure saying he's out. So I will expect that he plays. And between having him, Kittle, Mason, and a solid defense, and with how much the Cowboys have really been struggling this year, I'm going to go with the 49ers to win. So there you have it. Those are my Week 8 predictions. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.